They called him the disciple whom Jesus loved. Apostle John began as a fisherman working alongside his brother James in their father Zebedee's business on the Sea of Galilee. They were partners with Peter and Andrew, ordinary men working hard to make a living. But one day, Jesus called them to leave their nets behind and follow him, promising to make them fishers of men. Matthew chapter 4, verse 19. John didn't hesitate. He left everything behind, his family, his career, to pursue a calling greater than he could have imagined. John wasn't just a disciple. He was part of Jesus' inner circle alongside Peter and James. These three witnessed moments that no one else did: the raising of Jairus' daughter, the glory of Jesus at the Transfiguration, and the agony of Gethsemane. John had a front-row seat to the majesty and the humanity of Jesus. And it wasn't just proximity. John's relationship with Jesus was deeply personal. At the Last Supper, John leaned on Jesus' chest, a moment that signified not just closeness, but trust. John chapter 13, verse 23 to 25. John's fiery zeal earned him and his brother James the nickname Sons of Thunder. Mark chapter 3, verse 17. They once asked Jesus if they should call down fire from heaven on a Samaritan village that rejected him. But Jesus rebuked them, teaching them that the kingdom wasn't about destruction but redemption. This transformation is evident in John's later writings, where love becomes the central theme. John's role in the early church was monumental. After Jesus' resurrection, he became a bold witness, proclaiming the gospel fearlessly. He stood with Peter before the Sanhedrin, refusing to be silenced about what he had seen and heard. Acts chapter 4, verse 19 to 20. Tradition tells us that John later cared for Mary, the mother of Jesus, honoring the charge Jesus gave him from the cross. Behold your mother. John chapter 19, verse 27. John's most significant contributions to Christianity are his writings. He authored the Gospel of John, 3 epistles, 1 John, 2 John, and 3 John, and the book of Revelation. His gospel is unique, focusing not just on what Jesus did, but on who he is. John presents Jesus as the eternal Word, the light of the world, the Good Shepherd, and the resurrection and the life. His purpose is clear. These are written so that you may believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that by believing you may have life in his name. John chapter 20, verse 31. John's letters are a masterclass in the theology of love. God is love, he declares, and he challenges believers to love one another as a reflection of God's love for them. 1 John chapter 4, verse 7 to 8. But John wasn't afraid to confront false teachers or stand firm in truth. His balance of grace and truth makes his writings timeless. And then there's the book of Revelation. Written during his exile on the island of Patmos, Revelation is a vision of God's ultimate victory. John describes the glorified Christ, the judgment of the nations, and the new heavens and new earth. It's a book that reminds us that no matter how dark the days may seem, Jesus is coming again, and his kingdom will have no end. John lived longer than any of the other apostles, reaching old age. Tradition holds that he died a natural death in Ephesus, a testimony to God's sustaining grace. He had faced persecution, exile, and the loss of his fellow apostles, yet his faith never wavered. Apostle John's life is a call to intimacy with Christ, boldness in witness, and steadfast hope. He reminds us that to follow Jesus is to embrace both love and truth, to endure trials, and to fix our eyes on eternity. The question for us is this: are we willing to live with the same devotion and fire as the beloved disciple? If you found this valuable, follow now, and share this video with your loved ones. God bless you. Amen.